Yeah, I mean, anyone who's like watching these things, it is. It doesn't actually matter what anyone's like political orientation is, or what kind of congressman it is, or what publications you read. Like it actually is. It's common sense that they have to raise the minimum wage. They have to raise the minimum wage by a great deal. Like, that's actually a matter of common sense. That's the thing that like the people wants to realize there's something badly wrong. It's when a thought disorder in the population like doesn't really matter like which political party you vote for or like what anyone's thoughts are. It's actually common sense that they have to raise the minimum wage. The fact that there's all types of nothing else really is of interest to people like me when it comes to something like that because it's actually just common sense. There's its common sense, and the thing is like people who you just would tune out people who are like telling or read an article or something that indicates that there's a problem there, but it has nothing to do with how you see the world or what your political bent is. I mean, I don't know anyone who's privileged at all who doesn't think no, it's just common sense that you have to raise the minimum wage. But that's all. You know what? Like to say anymore would dignify like other thought disorders in the population by making an argument for something. It's just common sense. It's common sense. Everyone lives in reality. They have to raise the minimum wage by a lot because no one can live on that. I'm really interested in what would that's about it. I mean, to be honest with you, but that's how sick everyone is that there's like a sort of world in which like that's not considered common sense. I don't know how out of reality people are, but that would be a good example of when we say like some people don't live in reality. Like it's just common sense. They have to raise the minimum wage. If anyone who's involved in politics who could get that done, I mean, right? I mean, who's opposing it? The answer is like, but maybe like 50% of the population opposes it or something, or a whole political party does. For what reason? Like, I don't really care. Like, it's common sense. If common sense is in abeyance on something like that, that's just common sense, then we're really in trouble about other things because the fact that someone could think that there's an argument against it means like people really don't live reality in a way that's dangerous. But when it comes to other things, like how could you take seriously any of the things political thoughts or congressmen or anything when you're living in a society where some people don't know about the fact that they have to raise the minimum wage and are making an argument against it. That means people don't live in reality. That's so dangerous when something about the fact that there's any other issue. Like, wait a minute, like you tell me there's a political class in our country and a big part of the population of the privileged who doesn't like want to raise the minimum wage, even though that's just common sense. Oh boy, so we're in trouble. I mean, that it's more than there's some kind of mental illness that's political in nature that's affected like people in a way where like I wouldn't want to say anything else other than like anyone, particularly if it is any privilege, knows it's common sense they have to raise the minimum wage.